Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto, and today guys we're taking another cheeky look at Cardano, and specifically the 35 billion market cap, Chris, just isn't justified.
Really?
At least so says Ethereum, right? So we're going to get into this, see what's going on, but Ethereum just are not happy that Cardano is in third spot, fast approaching the second. So we're going to get into this article, see what's going on. Some people over at Ethereum and some Ethereum investors just are not happy at the progress Cardano is making, and they feel that the market cap, bearing in mind it's just a market cap that means very little, but you know, the market cap of Cardano just it isn't justified, and we're going to get into what they're talking about and then hopefully tear them apart. That's the idea, right?
Yeah, I think there'd be a lot of tearing apart going on for sure.
Absolutely roast them. Let's see what we can do there. We'll obviously have a look at the Cardano chart. We'll have a look, see how you know, it's had a breakout that we're speaking about on the previous videos. We're going to go through that. We'll have a look at the daily, the 4-hourly, the hourly, see what we can see in the charts, whether there are corrections potentially on the cards here for you know, a short term, or whether we're going to actually go ahead and hit that all-time high that we're so close to right now. So if you do find this video useful, informative, smash up that like button. Chris appreciates it, I appreciate it, and I like to think that you do too. And of course, if you happen to be new to the channel, you just stumbled upon us and you're actually liking what you're seeing, then do go ahead and subscribe. By subscribing, you'll be kept up to date with all of the crypto news, events, videos, streams, and premieres that we do here at Cheeky Crypto, so you won't miss out on any key news. And Chris, this is a Cardano video, so do you want to talk about the staking pool?
Yeah, so we've got a Cardano stake pool all set up, minting away in the background, doing phenomenal things. We would love to have you mint your ADA tokens with us by delegating to our pool. You can do this using the ticker 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗘. This is our way of basically supporting the project. You guys get rewards, which is fantastic, but it also supports the channel and helps us continue doing what we love to do here at Cheeky Crypto. And you can delegate for all the usual wallets, and I always say it wrong, the Deadliest wallet, ADA Lite, Atomic wallet, and the 𝗖𝗢𝗠𝗠𝗘𝗪 wallet as well.
Absolutely, and you be found, as you said before, on the ticker 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗘. So yeah, if your pool is getting to saturation point and you're needing to move in order to maximize your returns, why not check it out? Or if you haven't yet delegated, check it out, and we'd love to have you all there anyway. And you know, if we get to saturation point, we'll just spin up more pools as well and help the decentralization effort for Cardano. So yeah, well worth checking out. And like I said before as well, Chris, if you're not delegated, you know, do check out other pools as well. Don't just check out ours. You know, the main thing to do really is to delegate. Okay, that's the main thing. If you're delegating, great. You don't have to move to us by any stretch of the imagination. But also, if you're not delegating, you really should be delegating. It really helps the ADA price appreciate, and it also helps with the decentralization effort, because the higher the number of ADA that gets delegated, the more pools that are going to be required. The more pools, the more nodes that are validating transactions, the more decentralized the network becomes. So it's absolutely crucial for ADA holders to really go about delegating.
I was going to say as well, Nick, you know, you're not actually sending your ADA to a pool either, right? It stays in your wallet. It's perfectly safe to do this. And I know that's a concern that a lot of people have. You're just delegating it. You're not sending it, right? And you do get rewards each week for doing that, right? You know, basically when a block is minted on the blockchain, you get rewards that are shared equally amongst the pool based on how much you've delegated, right? And there's no lockup time either. So if you needed to sell because the price has shot up and it's hit your price point, you're free to go do that, unlike with some of the other exchanges where you have like fixed lockup periods and stuff like that. So it's a very good way of making a passive income as well, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Do check it out. Right, let's get into this, Chris. Let's go over to the desktop here. Crypto Potato, love it.
Brilliant.
So, right, Cardano's $35 billion market cap is not justified, says Ethereum proponent, right? And obviously, I'm just going to quickly pull up, you know, coin market cap here. It's actually 38.5 billion, right? So just, add a little bit more salt to the wound for Ethereum. And so we're starting off strong. Not only is it no longer 35 billion, it's actually 3.5 billion higher than that. So that's got to hurt a little bit too. But Cardano's current market valuation isn't justified, Chris, as it doesn't even have smart contracts. Believes a well-known Ethereum proponent. I love it. It doesn't even have smart contracts. How is that even justified? Well, ultimately, valuation's a tricky thing. If people are willing to pay for it, you can bet your bottom dollar it's worth it. So anyway, we're going to leave that there. Cardano ADA is once again in the spotlight, Chris, as its price fails to follow the current downtrend in the cryptocurrency market. Yeah, you're right. It's not falling with the others, but then that's because they're doing some fantastic things that, ultimately speculation doesn't necessarily just follow Bitcoin. If you're doing something that's not like the others, what's that saying, Chris? It's if you do what you've always done, you'll always have what you will. What is it? What is it saying? Do you know?
Yeah. If you always do what you've always done, you always get what you always got. And this is the thing, right? Ethereum was initially set up. If you go back to like 2013, I think it was. I could be out with my dates, but 2013, I'm pretty sure the CEO came out and said the reason why we're setting up Ethereum is because it's not right to have these sorts of fees, and he was referring to Bitcoin. That needs to be a thing of the past. And you look how things have progressed, and Ethereum really was a bit of a test bed, I guess, really, in how they were looking to move things forward, right? Few arguments or disagreements or whatever happened amongst the people that were working there at the time, and we've now seen Polkadot be sort of set up off the back of that, another founding member of Ethereum, and obviously Charles for Cardano. And I think both of those projects are going to do particularly well, right? But for me, they failed with their business case, right? So if you come out and you're saying like those fees have got to be a thing of the past, and that's why we're setting this project up, right? That's ultimately the goal, right? I guess at the time initially, and obviously you've got other things that have come off the back of it. You haven't succeeded, and you're going to have to restructure that platform. Whereas what Cardano have done is they've started afresh. It's like knocking everything down and starting again, right, from scratch. And that's much easier. And I think people have used building a home and renovating a home as a good way to articulate that, so people can visualize what we're on about. But yeah, I do feel a little bit upset for Ethereum, in the respect that it's going to take so much time to undo bits that need undoing, debug anything that needs debugging along the way, and it's going to be about 2 years or so before it's resolved, if it's resolved.
Absolutely. And I don't think starting again was easy, Chris.
No,
it definitely wasn't easy. But what it was actually taking the time, taking a step back, looking at the landscape and saying, no, there's a better way of doing this, and I'm going to take the time to do it right. And now all these people are becoming, getting fresh into Cardano are just seeing it, where all of that groundwork's been done, and they're just slowly now issuing in those smart contracts, right? So you obviously Ethereum are a bit bitter about it. Ultimately they've got the second position. They've had the second position by market cap for quite some time. Their fees are just off the charts ridiculous. They're not going to be able to appreciate the Ether token all that much more, because it would just grind the entire system to a halt. Beyond that, they're going to be extra pissed, Chris, because Charles has made it incredibly easy for people to leave Ethereum to join Cardano, and rightfully so. It's the right business decision. It's the right thing that you would do. If you were going to create a business that was going to be in competition, you're going to make it as easy as possible for people not to shop over there and to shop with you instead. So yeah, I get it. They're a bit bitter, but Charles Hoskinson, IOHK, now IOG, have done a fantastic job at doing everything the right way, rather than cutting corners and trying to get things done faster. Okay, so absolutely testament to those guys. Hats off. They've done a fantastic job, and they deserve to be where they are. There's none of this nonsense of not justified. It's incredibly justified. There's no reason why it wouldn't be justified. What's not? I tell you what's not justified, Chris. And that's Ethereum with gas fees that high. That's not justified. Let's just put that
No,
out there.
it really isn't. I mean, people that don't know what they're doing, they go to some of these platforms to swap tokens, and the gas fees are horrendous. And sometimes it can be confusing for people, and they lose hundreds of dollars.
I know. I
Don't
mean,
even
if you
realize it.
just if you're just going to go and do some swaps and you don't realize you're paying in hundreds of dollars for fees, and you're just not going to make that profit that you thought you were going to make on your trades, right?
No, I mean, even BitBoy got caught out a few weeks back on one of his trading challenges that he's been doing. It ate right into his profitable profits. In the trades, right? Like he had to make that back. So even some of the big boys in YouTube world or YouTube crypto world even get caught out, right? So you can imagine how many people get caught out that are not regular in the space of trading, and particularly in crypto and the swaps and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I imagine there's a lot of money
Yeah,
lost
absolutely.
to retail investors for sure.
But let's continue with this this FUD and see what else we've got here. So ADA is currently up on almost all time frames and has managed to once again climb to third spot in terms of market capitalization. Yeah, cool, good job. Right, however, Anthony, one of Ethereum's well-known proponents and investors, is of the opinion that it doesn't have the fundamentals to be valued at 25% of Ethereum's total capitalization. You're right, it doesn't. It should be at least 50% of Ethereum's capitalization. Ethereum is well overpriced for what it is. I put that out there. I'll say it. It's not justified to have fees that are running that high. You shouldn't have that many people using your platform. Very simple. So I think oppositely. I think Anthony's got the wrong end of the stick here. His opinion, it's all well and good to have one, but I totally disagree with it. I think the fundamentals of Cardano is absolutely there. Those foundations and those fundamentals are being built, and they've taken years to build the right way rather than the wrong way. So interesting to see how it all plays out. But this does not bode well for Ethereum, because anyone who reads this, at least I'd like to think, would see right through the nonsense of it. But Cardano ADA, balls don't stop. Yeah, good. So as a 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗧𝗧, I love it, reported this week, has been somewhat tough in the cryptocurrency market. Bitcoin, as well as as the majority of altcoins, of coins, as well as the majority of coins, if I can read that right, are in the red. Yeah, they are, and this includes Ethereum. Yes, it does. ETH is down more than 20% over the past 7 days. Okay, let's just check to see how up to date they are here. Yeah, Ethereum is down 26%. Cardano is up 31%. Yeah, that sounds about right to me. That's where it should be. Cardano, on the other hand, shows no signs of slowing down, and it shouldn't. Because, March is something that we've been talking about, Chris, since it must have been October last year. It's something that we've been waiting and building towards for a significant amount of time. Ethereum 2.0 has been delayed, and now we have to wait 2 years. Doesn't make sense to me. But anyway, they are number 2. So let me get where I was. So yeah, basically it shows no signs of slowing down, Chris. And at the time of writing that particular piece, the cryptocurrency is in the green on every time frame, according to data from CoinGecko, for a weekly increase of almost 30%. It's actually over 30% now. We are closing in, I think, on that all-time high. Yeah, it's a little bit lower here still, which is frustrating. It's not quite getting to where it needs to be. But anyway, as seen in the chart above, and you can see it here, just hit that movement here, all kind of on the back of Mary, right? Mary Hardfork. So the ADA has managed to recover from the recent correction in a brilliant manner, and is already trading above the level for which it broke down. Okay, and this has made it the third largest cryptocurrency by means of total market capitalization. And as ADA's share is now valued at 35 billion, just quick check again, it's 37.5 billion. So it's even changing during this video. This means that the market cap is currently worth around 20% of the relative to that of Ethereum. So Ethereum's proponent says ADA's valuation isn't justified. Let's see what's going on. While ADA bulls rejoice, some fail to see the merits of the current market structure and valuation, according to Anthony. Right. So this is a clear example of why cryptocurrency markets run on narratives more so than they do fundamentals. Interesting, right? if this guy's only just realizing that your fundamentals make no difference to your currency value, then you got some problems. Ethereum only does well because it's a low circulating supply, right? That's not capped, which is worrying. And that in turn just means it goes up in value. It's got a lot going on there because it will happen to have everything at the right time. That being said, projects who are running their dApps on, Ethereum are not happy with Ethereum. They want to leave because if you look at Celsius, for example, they cover the fees for their users and they pay for every transaction fee in ETH. They're not happy with paying over the overvalued fees on Ethereum. They want to leave, right?
Yeah,
So
I say I do get where they're coming from in the fact that fundamentals should be everything, and in the future it will be, right? Like,
yeah,
that's why we select the projects that we select when investing, right? We look at the fundamentals of the project. VeChain would be an example.
I was going to say that,
Cardano
wouldn't
is gonna,
it? Could
yeah,
you imagine where VeChain would be if fundamentals were what
was
was
everything.
driving the price? Because I'll tell you what,
Yeah,
Ethereum wouldn't be in the top 5, I don't think.
uh, yeah, it'd be a
You
close
put
one.
you'd
I
put
think.
Algorand up there, you'd put Zilliqa up there, you would put VeChain up there, you'd put API 3 up there if fundamentals were everything.
Yeah, chain link. You would have quite a few up there, but it is changing, and the fundamentals for Cardano are going to be there very very soon. And what I would say is, at the minute, it is based on the talk and the excitement of what's about to come and what's about to happen, right? And the fact that we do know that projects running on Ethereum aren't happy. I mean, who would be happy paying those fees, right?
I
And
tell you who, Chris. It's the same. It's the same people that would be selling their mined Bitcoin and their mined ETH at the low and not the high.
yeah, of course, yeah, because those people always do well in this space.
Yeah,
But no, like, with all that said, like, fundamentals are going to be everything in the future, but not right now. It's not a mature market. Yeah, you've got different stages to a market, and we're saying, it's not going to be a mature market until 2025. Sorry, 2020. Sorry, 2030, isn't it? The more mature market. And that's some time away, right? Like, it really is. We're still in this space, and it's still early. Um, but yeah, Ethereum have got a lot to sort out, and um, yeah, it's just going to be interesting to see how it plays out. This to me, like, it's fine for everybody to have an opinion, and it's good that people have different opinions, right? But this doesn't sound like somebody that truly believes what is being written here. This sounds to me like somebody that's got a lot of money invested in Ethereum. Um,
I tell
but
you
that
what's
that
funny, right?
that's
Is
my opinion.
this is the quote, right? It says the fact that Cardano, a platform that doesn't have smart contracts, is worth 35 billion based purely on narrative and promise is the perfect example of why crypto runs on 99% narratives and 1% fundamentals. Even worse, the market is saying that Cardano is worth 25% of Ethereum. And if we just pause that and break that down for a second, right? It's not purely speculation and narrative and promises. There are things on Cardano that have been running quite well. It's a good way to make a passive income, for example, right? But parking that for 1 second, he's also saying he believes that the people who are in crypto, the 1% of people who are invested in crypto that make up the crypto market, we are wrong by saying Cardano is worth 25% of Ethereum. He is basically calling out everyone else, in the crypto space and saying that you're all wrong. I think this guy needs to get himself checked,
like
personally.
like like for me, like, less about that, but time will tell, right? like, and I say that with like full confidence, and I say this a lot to people in the comments and stuff, because you get a bit of heat, if you have a difference of opinion, and that's fine. Like, I'd rather have a debate with somebody and say, actually, like, you've got your opinion, but my opinion's this, and actually this is why I've got this opinion, right? But for me, we can't have that debate because the individual isn't here with us. If you're watching, hit us up. We'll have you on the show, right? We'll have a debate about it. It's cool. But I just kind of feel like in 6 months to a year's time, we'll see where we're at, where these two projects are sat, right? Because I think it's going to be very different. Now, I'm not suggesting by any stretch of the imagination that all of the projects that are running on Ethereum are all going to jump over to Cardano. I don't think that's going to happen. I think we are going to see it in dribs and drabs, though, over a period of time, because I don't think that they're ready for certain projects to move across, because there's certain things that Ethereum does that Cardano is not ready to do, right? And that's fine. It's a process. It's there's a roadmap in place, and these things will be completed. And I'm pretty sure that these projects are going to move across. Like, it will just be interesting to see. Yeah.
Right, so we've also taken up quite a significant amount of time, Chris, so I'm just going to hop over to the daily chart here on Cardano. I won't go any lower. I'll give you the highlights. And what we can see here is we had our downward trend, we had our upward trend, and we were basically saying there was about 4 to 5 days where we were expecting a breakout to happen, okay? That's what we saw ultimately inside this chart. We had the breakout much sooner than I thought. It actually happened here on the 25th of February. We broke out, we pulled back in, didn't last very long, and today we rallied quite high. So we still haven't hit that all-time high level yet, but it is just around the corner. We can see the first price target is $1.37. So that $1.33 will probably hit that and move straight past that first price target. That's my anticipation. And we might have to just come back down, back test something, probably this key level here. I'm just going to quickly highlight that. I reckon we're probably going to end up kind of back testing this level here, or maybe this one. So it's going to be either $1.18 or $1.16. It's going to be in that zone. I'm going to leave it at the $1.16 and see if that's where we back test down to. We might have that back test and then shoot up from there. I only say that because the volumes are good today. The RSI has now gone back up into that area of overbought. So everything is looking pretty good here on Cardano. Obviously, the month of March is a big month. It shows, it's going to show us the Mary hard fork going onto the mainnet on the 1st of March. We're going to see, the Plutus go onto testnet and see that smart contract language and all that kind of good stuff happening. And all that testing happening over there on the testnet, which will then hopefully be all okay and all good, and then that will move over to the mainnet. That will usher in the 𝗗𝗘𝗀 era, Chris, and hey presto, not only have we got native tokens being issued on Cardano, so there's something for your fundamentals, but we'll also end up with those smart contracts. So March is a key month. We won't see the smart contracts in March. I would anticipate that's probably going to be a little bit later, but it's going to be in the test environment for testing. And yeah, I think we're going to see some of those fundamentals that they were complaining about not being there actually be in there. And this thing is going to literally take off, Chris. And it wouldn't surprise me once we get those native tokens and all that kind of smart contract stuff in place, that some of those projects start moving. We're obviously having AGI, SingularityNet, move over. That's going to be the very first token that gets minted on Cardano, is going to be the AGI ADA token. I'm really looking forward to that, so we can experience that leaving Ethereum and joining Cardano. That's going to be the first, and we'll see, maybe Celsius will finally announce something as well, and amongst others. But the thing with Ethereum, Chris, is it relies on some of those big players. If those big players leave Ethereum, there's not a lot really going on there, and that's a problem for Ethereum. So if Celsius were to leave, if Uniswap were to leave, for example, some of those big players really do hit the Ethereum wallet quite hard. So we'll have to see how all that plays out. I'm just a bit bewildered by someone calling out Cardano's market cap not being or being overvalued, overpriced. It's just ridiculous to even suggest such a thing, in my opinion.
And mine.
Yeah. But with all that said and done, guys, we hope you, if you have found this video useful, informative, do go ahead and smash that like button. Chris really appreciates it. I really appreciate it. And I like to think that you do too. And of course, if you're new to the channel and you're not yet subscribed, do go ahead and subscribe. By subscribing, you'll be kept up to date with all the videos and live streams that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. And with all this said and done, we hope that you have a fantastic day, guys, and we'll catch you all in the next one.
Yeah, take care.